Good morning. I'm going to show you why I don't do product recommendations. First of all, I don't think I know what I'm doing. I have moisturizer on my face. And then, remember I told you I bought a new primer that was Rosy Glow? I'm actually even going to tell you what it is. It's Revlon Rose Glow. This says it has to be shaken to the point of exhaustion. And then when I take it out, I can't get any out anyway. I have to do the... So by the time I got it out of the bottle, I was already not a happy camper. Okay, I'm going to put it on this side. And I put quite a bit, I think. That's my Rose Glow. Then I have what I always use, NYX Angel Veil. It's a cream. And I don't put nearly as much, so it is a little, for lack of a better word, thicker. But remember, I only bought the Revlon because it's supposed to give this rosy glow. Now the only thing I feel is, this side's still wet. This side feels so good, and it's not wet. This side is still soaked, so I can't go any further. The other thing that I had said, I use my taupe eyebrow pencil. I bought a gray one. I don't even know who made it. Shiseido eyebrow pencil. But it's so coarse that I have to really fight with it. It's so hard, it doesn't soften up. Well, I finally thought I'm not giving up on this sucker because I paid for it. Ow, my hip still hurts. Okay, so when I do that, now I have to barely touch it because now it's coming out black. Yeah, it softened it enough that it comes right out. I might have softened it too much because it's black. Oh, isn't that pretty? What I would do in this case, besides throw it out, which is always a temptation, is I'd take a brush and brush it off along with the first layer of skin, it feels like. Okay, this one's too light. This one's still too dark, which means Goldilocks. The next one should be just right. I still think I'd rather use the taupe. And the taupe, this is a hazel. Brow This Way hazel. I think I got this online too. You know how I adore my El Maquillage? And we came to the conclusion that we like the buildable one, not the full coverage. Full coverage left me really almost cloddy looking. But I got their El Maquillage concealer. I've come to the conclusion this is a brand that I like. And you know how hesitant I am to say that because my eyes are so deep set. I really layer it on right there. And tap it. What I find, outside of the fact that I got so much on, is when I am done, right here, we'll have enough to bake a cake stuck in the wrinkles. So I let this set, and then I go back and pull on those wrinkles. Unfortunately, it's the only way I can do it. And take it down a notch. Little. Started trying to do it with a brush, but with a brush you're supposed to stipple it. If you hold it down here, if you hold it down the bottom, it's going to be really a lot of force, which you might need to do to move it around. But if you hold it towards the end, you're actually able to just push it around better, and I don't feel like I'm putting makeup on like a truck driver. And I love truck drivers. My father was one, along with a volunteer police officer, which is never good when you're a wild child. Oh, the trouble I got in. And every time I got stopped by a cop or taken aside to be spoken to by a cop, the first thing they always said is, "I'm going to tell your father." The easy repair for that would have been to stop being an idiot. Or at least don't get caught. But that's not my nature. All right, so that's on. Now, can you see that? Oh gosh, I hope you can. All the makeup right in there because of those wrinkles. But if I pull it, and I'm being as gentle as I can be, folks. I'm not grabbing and ripping at it, but I'm separating it out enough so that I can see. One day I'm going to have that milia removed along with this one, but I'm so afraid for anybody to be near my eye. Okay. All right, so I've got just a little bit of the El Maquillage buildable. Let's build it a little because right here, there are age spots. And this is what I don't see with this. It shows that it covers that right away. I don't see that. That's my only disappointment in this product because it shows in all their videos how quickly it hides everything. And you see those spots right here? I don't know if you can or not. Right here. That's 2 layers, and it's not even touching them. Layer 3. Nah, they're still there. I would have to do some deep concealer first, I think. All right, I bought 2 new things, and I've got to stop buying, so you have to stop letting me do this. Somebody's got to put their foot down. Nicole, Nikol. She's an eye brightener. First of all, it took me 45 minutes to spin it up enough to get it to come out. But I just reread the instructions to see if I was doing something wrong. Just put it in places that you still need a little more brightening. I just did that. And then we're going to do this. Pat, pat, pat. Holy mackerel, look at that. Oh my goodness, Octoliba. All right, we patted. Can you tell me, do you see a difference between the eye brightener side and the side that I haven't done yet? Maybe a little bit. And if that's the case, I'll be very, very happy. All right, we're gonna do both sides because if there was a hope that it's a little bit better. My eyes are the bane of my existence. I also, you know, they have those eyelid tapes. Well, I've seen some demonstrations of how awesome they are. So I bought them a couple months ago to try. And again, just a mess right there. And they were not doing much for me. Not a whole lot that can droop. It's my bone that droops more than anything else. My bone is so prominent. But saying that, this is starting to bother me, and I don't know if those will help or not. So I did buy them. You'll get to see me doing those next week. I bought a lip gloss from Nicole's also, Nicole, that's supposed to last all day. Very strange because, look at this. It's about a perfect match. I tried it yesterday. It lasted for a couple of hours. But I hate to have to remember to bring things and re-add them during the day when I'm working. But I like them. So those are the new things. The brightener, which they also said you can put a little bit above your Cupid's bow. Boy, when I look on camera, I can actually see that. Holy mackerel, I can actually see that. On my mirror, I can't see that at all. You know, primer for the eyes. I'm so cautious, aren't I? This is just something that I've been using for a long time. Prep and Prime by MAC. I like it. You know, again, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm not trying to put makeup on for stage. Can you tell how much that makes me crazy when it does that? I'm not using anything special for eye makeup. One of the girls was getting rid of some of this. It's a great big thing. And her mother got a lot of them free. So I'm just working off that. Otherwise, I'd be using something from CVS. You know, this is where it's so heavy. So it's going to be here and here. I don't want to go too far out to the end because that just brings it down. You notice I was kind of close. I'm backing off with my fingers on the brush so that it's gentler. And I can't sweep out here because I don't want it out there. In fact, it's already getting too far out there. Trick is now to go back and put the same color on this side because I've already forgotten which one I used. My eyes end down by my nose. They turn down so much. If I really felt I had gone down too far here, then I would go back with the brightener or the white and add it back there, which, who knows, I might when I look at it. For some reason, I'm starting to put some sort of pink on my lids because I am getting so many compliments on my makeup when I do this. And since I'm vain, let's go with what everybody likes. For those of you who are talking about how you can't use eyebrow eyeliner, I have started just taking a really fine brush and going in with something. This is a kind of a amethyst, and going right, not on my lid, like right into the line, the lash line, because I was trying to figure out would that help. And can you see it? It changes everything. But I'm going lash line. I'm not coming in here. I'm actually pointing down. So even if you're not proficient, or if your hands shake more than you'd like to admit, as long as you come straight down, try to put it on all at once. You see me kind of just going across and dabbing it. Good enough. You know where I'm going? What I'm gonna do you know what I'm gonna be doing today? Vacuuming. Why am I doing this? Because I do every day. I've told you that. All right, that's done. Why am I breaking every rule today? I don't know. I must be in rebel mode. I do curl my eyebrushes. I do curl my eyebrushes almost every day. This is the other thing that I swore I was not going to do, and I'm doing. Unique Moonstruck Epic 4D. This stuff is so potent that you may hate it, which is why I said I wasn't going to tell anybody. Because I don't want you to spend your money and hate it. It can be very clumpy. And then you'd have to get another mascara brush to separate them. And this is going to show you right here. Can you see how clumpy the insides are? Right there. I'll live with it because I need the eyelashes to make myself feel good about myself. I have not found ever a mascara that gives me this kind of volume. But the trade-off is clumping is a problem. I normally use a She Glam, which is just from that, is it Shane, whatever it is, company. Very, very, very inexpensive. This one is a Wild Love. It's that very, very light pink, but I like it. And it does not have, it's matte. It's a matte cream. I do have Boom, the one that you've seen around for 1,000 years, that I always did use. So today, because I'm only vacuuming, we're going to use Boom. And then with my white hair, I'm always afraid of it getting into this. Got to contour that Roman nose just a little, and this is just with a bronzer. Every time I use something besides bronzer, people noticed, so I must not blend well enough at all. All right, that's done. Let's blow dry this puppy. Like that. And see what we've got. See if I look good enough to vacuum the house. When I'm doing this, you notice how, first of all of this is coming down, but I need fullness right here. So when you come in, if the hair was being pulled straight off into the brush, that's on base, professional term. If I bring it up above where the hair grows, that's off base. And that's what you see me doing. I pull it up and try to hit it right here with the heat to actually make it fuller. So it's right there, and that gets you a little more height. Okay, this is just on base. This would be off base. You can do the same thing with a curling iron where you over direct it. Now, where I've done this, can you see how much more fullness it has than this side? See it? That's why we do it. This is with no real finish work. This is not how I would ever leave the house, because it still, to me, looks very frizzy. However, oh, look at this. I got the new comb out of my pocketbook finally. It's bent from being in my pocketbook. I have to tease this all because this is going to be absolutely flat in 5 minutes because I didn't do any curling iron, flat iron, any iron. I'm putting in a lot more teasing than I normally would. But again, you think I'm putting in, I'm not going like this and ripping at it. It's more just feathering it, but it's getting it to stand up. Now, if I really want it to stay, we can put a little bit of hairspray in this before we bring it down. And back here, we put the hairspray in, just lift it up. I could just pull it down with my fingers. I'm used to using a brush. Want all of this down, but I'm only doing the outside couple of inches. Can you see that? So that that inside feathered, teased, whatever you want to call it, is still there. And then I can move it around with my fingers. Oh, I hesitate to show you the back because you know that hole will still be there. Okay, hair, a little bit full still, I'm aware of that, but I'm also aware that it's going to fall down in 10 minutes. White Exfusion covers in the spots. I don't know if you can tell, but I certainly can, that it doesn't look nearly as thin up there. This comes in all colors. It's a retail item. You can get it at probably just about any salon. The other thing that I love, we sell Soma products, S-O-M-A, in the salon. That's the pH balance stuff. That's why that's the only stuff I sell that has the protein and the moisture and everything. This is Prism. It's a shine spray. When I'm going to work or I'm going out, and that makes my hair so shiny looking. I do the same thing with my face, and I have, here's what another thing I was talking about. I have, you'll have to check, ILIA, but it's not expensive. This is to add that dewy look. This side. Then I bought Seal the Deal Radiant Finish Flower CVS, but it was expensive. That's supposed to be very, very luminescent and very shiny, and was more expensive than the other thing. Phew, and I don't like the smell of it. All right, can you tell any difference whatsoever? See, on me, maybe because I like it more, I like this. All right, I just broke every rule in my book and told you everything I use, but please remember, for each thing that I like, there's 10 that I didn't, and I finally found something that works for me. So don't go out and buy it because I did it. Do some research, buy what you want, buy cheap. I'm telling you, there's some good cheap stuff out there. Do not get sucked into expensive. I'm just glowing and beautiful. Perfect for the date I have with the vacuum cleaner. Here's me all ready for the day with my date. Now I could go for the cheap joke here and say, he really sucks. But I'm just going to go with this because I'm not that kind of a girl. Don't we clean up nicely? Oh, it's going to be a long day, folks. Take care.